That's when I became an adult. Now I'm a city girl living in Atlanta. If it comes down to a snack, I'ma have it. I would definitely take a nap every single day. Playtime is over, boom, you're an adult. So I'm getting ready to go to 2 events today. I feel like every time, or lately, like the last couple of weeks, I've been going to events, and I love that. But also, actually, there is no also. I love it. I love getting dressed up because throughout the week, I'm just a bum all day, every day. So I like that I have these days where I can get up and go to these events. The first event I'm going to today is a shopping event with a brand here in Atlanta called Abbey Glass. So I'm going there first, and then I'm going to Bloomingdale's to a runway show with a brand that just launched in Bloomingdale's. The brand is called Analaja, if I'm not mistaken, and the clothes are beautiful, and it's a runway show, so I'm super excited about that. So I'm getting dressed for that, and I decided to do like a get ready with me chit chat because I feel like I just started posting these YouTube videos. Some of you know me from Threads, some of you know me from Instagram, and I have a new family here on YouTube, so I just want to do like a chit chat, get to know me, get ready with me type thing. And as I'm chit chatting, I had this, I thought it was so cool. I have this question generator on my phone that just like gives me random questions, and I think instead of like just blurbing out random facts about me, I think I'm going to use the question generator and also like a little facts about me. But to start off, y'all know I'm Yasmin. Hey, I used to be Jasmine with a Y on other platforms, but then I just changed my name because it got really confusing because people were calling me Jasmine when my name is Yasmin, and they just didn't get the Jasmine with a Y type thing, because that's how it is. When I tell people my name, I say, hi, my name is Yasmin, and they're like, oh, hey, Jasmine. I'm like, no, it's Yasmin, like Jasmine, but with a Y. And that's how I got my Instagram name. And it's so funny because when I'm with my friends, they hear it, they see it. I'll introduce myself to someone and they'll say Jasmine, and I'm like, no, Yasmin, like Jasmine with a Y. And my friends will be like, that's your Instagram name. I'm like, yeah, that's how I got it. So I ended up changing it because it was so confusing. So now I'm just Yasmin on Instagram, and it's so much easier. I'm so glad I did it. So yeah, I am from a very small town in North Carolina. I think we have about 2 stoplights maybe. And now I'm a city girl living in Atlanta. So yeah, I come from a very small town, and I grew up an only child. And that's pretty much my childhood. I went to a very small elementary school, middle school, high school, very small. Then I went to North Carolina A&T, Aggie Pride. If you know, you know. And then I moved to Atlanta, and I've been in Atlanta ever since 2012, 13-ish, I think. I had a little stint where I moved away for a little bit. I packed up everything after grad school. I packed up everything and I left, and I went to Australia. Now, why Australia, you may be thinking? So I have an uncle who lives in Australia, and he's been in Australia for the longest, and he had been trying to get me to come to Australia for the longest, and I was scared. I'm like, I don't know about it. So I didn't go. And then after grad school, I'm like, you know what? I'm just finished with school. I don't have a man. I don't have any kids. Like, the world is mine. So I took off, and I think I went to like New York for a couple days, and I went to Las Vegas for a couple days, and then I went to LA for a couple days, and then I flew to Australia from LA. And then it didn't last very long because I got very homesick. Australia is very different. Like, it's very different, I must say. And I am looking for my right here. Australia is very different, and it's different. It's very different. Everything costs a lot. It's very expensive, and I just wasn't used to like the food. I couldn't get used to the food. I didn't feel like welcomed when I got there. I felt like when I got there, my uncle and his family, they kind of just like went on with their lives without like taking the time to say like, oh, Yasmin's here, let me show her around, and it was just like, oh, you're here, what are you about to do? So I don't know. That situation is, I don't know. But anyway, I'm here and I'm back in Atlanta and I'm happy. So yeah, I'm starting off. I use the Laura Mercier illuminating primer. I like this because it has a little shimmer to it. So that's what I do before I do my foundation. Oh, and let me show you before I do that. So I forgot I had this, and I love a good serum, and I've been using this Merit Glow Skin Serum, and it is so good. Like, it makes my skin like really glow. You have to shake it up a little bit, but it definitely makes my skin glow once I do my moisturizer. I love it. So if you're looking for a good serum, and it's very hydrating too, and it gives you like a little glow, try this Merit serum. I forgot that I had it, and I ran out of products. So I was like, let me see what I have down here, and I ran into this, and I'm so glad because it's really, really good. So yeah, but now let me get into some questions from the generator. Oh, speaking of, so the question is, what was an experience you didn't think much about at the time, but it ultimately made you a stronger person? I would definitely say Australia. It definitely made me, I don't know if it made me stronger, but it made me realize that I could kind of like conquer anything. Because who gets up and just, without even leaving first, I never even visited Australia. And who gets up and just leave America and say, I'm about to go live in Australia? No one. So that situation definitely made me like, oh, like I'm not scared. I can go anywhere. I can do anything, you know? So I love that. I love that for me. I love that I got a chance to experience it, because not many people can say that they went to Australia, let alone like live there, even though I wasn't there very long. I was supposed to stay for a year, and I don't even think I lasted a month, maybe a month, I don't know. But I just know I had to come back to America. What is a restaurant you refuse to eat at and why? This is an interesting question because I'm pescatarian. I've been pescatarian for a very long time now, years. And I'm gonna use the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. And I feel like even though I'm pescatarian, I can always find something to eat anywhere. I don't really limit myself to restaurants. Like, I could go to a steakhouse and find something to eat, and I'm cool. Oh, this foundation is so good. Look at it. Because I will order a bunch of sides. I will order the asparagus and the mashed potatoes and the Brussels sprouts and be just happy. So when it comes to restaurants that I like refuse to eat, I don't know if it's one that I refuse to eat at, because I will always, I feel like, find something to eat at a restaurant. And I'm not one of those, granted, I'm a picky eater, but I'm not a picky eater to the point where, like, if I'm with a group of people and I'm just like, oh, I don't eat that because I'm pescatarian, we got to find somewhere else. It's like, no, y'all make y'all decision where y'all want to eat at, and I will make my accommodations around the group. So that is a little bit about like restaurants. I do like a good like seafood restaurant, but it's not necessary when it comes to like choosing restaurants. What is the easiest way to bring a smile to your face? Tell me I'm about to go on a trip. Tell me I'm about to leave and go somewhere, pack a bag. I don't know. If it involves a plane, I'm going. It will bring a smile to my face. Honestly. Have y'all seen this Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation? She is like, ooh. I like it. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This was my girl back in the day, but now I haven't gotten away from it. But I kind of like it. If you could change the length of each day to make it perfect for you, how many hours would it be? I don't know if I would necessarily change the length of the day. Oh, maybe, because we always say there are not enough hours in the day, right? So maybe if we had like 30 hours instead of 24, maybe, I don't know. But I would definitely change how long the sunrise and sunset is. Actually, I prefer sunset over sunrise. And I love a good sunset. And I hate that sunset only lasts for like all of maybe 15 minutes. It's like 7:30, you see the sun going down, and then by 7:45 it's gone. Like the sunset is gone. So I would change how long like the sunset lasts. If I could get the sunset to last for at least a good hour, I would definitely change how long the sunset lasts, because I love a good sunset. What one thing would significantly make your life better? More time. I feel like if I had more time, it would definitely make my life better. More time to sleep in, more time to go to the gym, more time to do things that I want to do. Definitely time. I feel like lately time has not been on my side. So I feel like having more time would definitely make my life better. I feel like I get caught up in doing so much stuff, and I focus on one thing for too long that I neglect other things. So that's whether I'm shooting content or sometimes I get caught up in watching TV or whatever the case may be. I feel like I definitely need more time. Using the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow freeze gel so my eyebrows don't go anywhere. I haven't got my eyebrows done in a very long time because I'm trying to let them kind of grow out so I can start over. So that's why I use this like freeze gel, so I can kind of like brush them up and they can stay in place and they can have some sort of shape. My eyebrows are very straight. I don't have like an arch. And even when I try to ask them like, can they arch them a little bit? They just say like, oh, if I try to do an arch, it'll make them too thin and I don't want that. So my eyebrows kind of just go straight across. How do you think your reality differs from others you know? This is a funny question because I've been in the content creation space since 2019-ish. And I have friends who are non-creators, and when I go to their homes, it makes me realize like everyone doesn't have the influencer content creator home, or even just visiting like family houses. Everyone doesn't have that aesthetic influencer content creator inspired home. Like people have regular homes. Everything isn't organized. Like it's not dirty, but it's just not organized like a like you would see like the seasonings alphabetized with the little cute bottles, and not everyone has the Nespresso coffee maker, which is okay. And I think those things make me realize that I like being in other people's homes because it feels cozy. Not that my home doesn't feel cozy, but I feel like there's a special warmth when you go to like a family member's home and it has all the pictures on the wall and like the curtains hanging and the lamp. Like it's like a warm, cozy feeling. And my home is cozy, but it doesn't give me like that, oh, this feels like, you know, I can cuddle under a blanket and like be at home and like see like family members' pictures on the wall, and you can smell like cooking in the kitchen. So that's a reality that is normal to others that I don't have at my home. Like I don't have pictures hanging on the wall. I don't have like that grandma feel to my home. So it's a reality that I enjoy when I go visit other people's homes, but I don't have in mine. What is your current favorite TV show? What was it 5 years ago? So my current favorite TV show right now is Loot. It's on Apple TV, and Maya Rudolph, she's one of my favorite actresses, is starring in the show, and I love it. So basically it's about she's a billionaire, and she just divorced her billionaire husband, and she's learning how to operate in the real world. And she learns that she has a charity, and the charity asks her to come to work. So she's like, you know what? I need to get back in touch with reality. Let me go work at my charity. I'm using Rare Beauty luminizing highlighter. And she goes back to her charity and she starts working, and she just realizes how out of touch she is with the real world. There was a scene where she goes to like a woman's shelter to donate some things, and she pulls up in like this fleet of luxury vehicles, like all black Cadillac vehicles, and she's giving away like air fryers and like pot sets at a women's shelter, and it just looked like a disaster on TV and so out of touch. So she makes a vow to give away all of her money through like charities and things. So she just spends like the rest of the show, she's just trying to figure out how to get rid of like her billions of dollars. And it's hard because she keeps making money from like investments and stuff. And she was on stage, and I think one episode she was like, in the hour that I've been on stage, I probably made another 20 million. So she just keeps making money. She's trying to figure out how to get rid of all of it because her charity makes her realize like billionaires shouldn't exist. So that's pretty much the gist of the show. So I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent medium deep setting powder. Sometimes I feel like this is a little too dark for me, but sometimes I feel like it works. And today, let's hope it works. What are your top 5 snacks? Oh my God. So, I'm a snacker. If I had to choose between a meal and a snack, I'm definitely going to choose a snack. I can go without meals, but for nutritional purposes, I do eat meals. But if it comes down to a snack, I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna have a snack. So right now, dried mango from Trader Joe's. I love some dried mango, but I only like the Trader Joe's version of the dried mango. I don't like I've had a dried mango at Whole Foods, I've had them at Publix, and for some reason, Trader Joe's is the only one I like. 5 snacks. I don't know if I had 5 snacks. Fruit is always a good snack. I love fruit. What else? What else is a good snack? Popcorn. That's probably on my top 5 list. Popcorn. Let's see. Dried fruit, mango, popcorn. I feel like that's pretty much like all of my snacks. I feel like that's all I eat. Dried fruit, mango, popcorn. I love ice cream, but I try not to eat it as often. This is the Laura Mercier translucent honey going underneath my eye to like kind of brighten under my eyes a little bit. When are you most productive? I'm most productive at morning. And then I'm also productive in the evening / night. So I would say I'm productive between the hours of like 7 and 9 a.m. And then I'm productive between the hours of like 7 and 10 p.m. If there's anything that I have to get done during the day after 10, between the hours of like 10 and 3, it's definitely not happening. I can't focus during that time. I don't know what it is, but between the hours of 10 and 3, it's just not happening. Like I gotta be up, I gotta be moving around. It's hard for me to like sit down and focus unless it's something I absolutely have to make myself do. But 9 times out of 10, if it's between 10 and 3, I'm not gonna focus. What's your opinion on naps? Honestly, I love a good nap, but I try not to nap because I have trouble sleeping at night, and I feel like if I nap during the day, I won't sleep at night. So I try not to take naps. But if I could just go to sleep, if I was one of those people that could just lay my head down on the pillow and go to sleep, I would definitely take a nap every single day. If you had to walk away from one technology in your life, what would it be? What's the thing called? Apple, I have one on my keys, the Apple tracker thing. Gosh, I can't even think of it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. The Apple tracker thing that like tracks you. AirTag. Can we get rid of those? Because those are scary, and I don't know why Apple did that. I had a situation one time where I met this guy, and we met at, like, through a parking lot. I was walking to my car, and he saw me. And, oh, my light went out. He saw me walking to my car, and we exchanged numbers. We went on a date. I wasn't interested anymore, so, you know, that was that. And the next thing I know, I got a notification on my phone saying that there was an air tag close to me. And I'm just like, what? I've never had that happen to me before. This is the Valentino double eyeliner, gel eyeliner. And I'm not good at applying top liner, but today is giving Adele. Ooh. Which, this is messed up on my brush. Y'all can see it's messed up. But today, this left side is giving Adele eyeliner. I like it. This side, not so much. We gotta correct this side. All right, somebody told me that, like, your eyes are not twins, they're sisters, so they're not gonna be identical. So we're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with that logic today when it comes to eyeliner. How far back can you go on your family tree? So this is an interesting question. I have a new family tree. I grew up an only child, but recently just found out that I have 7 brothers and sisters. Because I can't say just, 2 years ago, I learned of my biological dad. And for the longest, I always asked my mom, like, is there any way possible that, like, anyone else could be my dad, you know? Because I felt like in my soul that the man who raised me was not my dad. Like, I could feel that. And growing up, like, I was always told, like, that's my dad. And I took an Ancestry DNA test because my coworker, out of fun, I took an Ancestry DNA test because my coworker was saying, like, oh, my husband did his Ancestry DNA test. He found out he's like 97% African, so we're gonna go to Africa. I was like, oh, let me take mine. I'm gonna go to Africa too. So I take the test, you know, my DNA results come back. It shows you, like, a breakdown of, like, where you're from. Like, it had, like, in mine, it was like, oh, let me see if I can show you. So, like, in mine, it shows like 25% Cameroon, 21% Nigeria, 18% Ghana, and then it goes to, like, smaller percentages where it's like Scotland, England, Sweden, Denmark, Wales, Ireland, Norway, and like 1% Philippines. So all kinds of stuff that my Ancestry DNA is, like, mixed up with. But then I get a notification that says that I have a 50% DNA match, and I go to that notification and it says that I have a 50% biological DNA match with a man who's listed as my dad. And the man who's listed is not the man that I've known for 34 years as my dad. So I call my mom and I tell her, and she's just like, you're kidding. And I'm like, no, I'm not. That's what it says. I send her the information so she can log in and look at it for herself. She tells me the story of kind of what happened, which I won't go into because, you know, that's her business. And so I reach out to my biological dad on Facebook, and the crazy thing is there was already a friend request already pending from him. And I've seen the request, I've just ignored it. And I reached out to him and asked him to call me. He called me like 30 minutes later, and I told him what was up. I was like, hey, I took this test. You're listed as my dad. And he's like, I already knew. Like I known, but I just, didn't say anything. Like I already had a feeling that you were mine. So at that point, like he's in tears, like tears of happiness. And I think every day that week I got a new sibling reaching out to me on social media like, hey Yasmin, this is your sister. Hey Yasmin, this is your brother. So we all like connected. And what's crazy is like a couple of my siblings already knew. We already knew because we're all in the same hometown, small town. So we knew each other. We just didn't know we were siblings. So that is how my family tree is going. I think, so me and my sisters, we had a weekend here, and it's crazy. 2 of my sisters live here in Georgia. So we had a weekend where we got an Airbnb, just kind of like to get to know each other and like chit chat and talk and like discuss our feelings and all of this stuff because, oh, I'm making a mess. Where is my, because it's different. It's tough finding out that you have a new sibling. It's kind of like, what is this? Who is this? So we had a weekend and it went really well. I'm using the YSL mascara. It went really well. I know one of my brothers really well. We used to hang out when I was in college. So I know him very well. But other than that, like, that's how my family tree is going. I'm just getting to know my siblings, getting to know my biological dad. And everyone has been welcoming, open arms. My sister had a wedding last September in Tampa. That was fun because her husband is Ethiopian, so she had 2 weddings. She had like a traditional wedding, and then she had the Ethiopian wedding, which was a lot of fun. So I went to that, and yeah, we have a group text where we text each other and check in from time to time. So I'm learning how to be a sibling, which as someone who grew up as a only kid, now I have 7 brothers and sisters. So it is very, very, very different, I will say. And it was very emotional. I had a lot of other things going on at the time when I found all of this out. I was just entering a new romantic relationship, and I was also dealing with the death of my grandmother. So all of this was happening at the same time. So last year was very, very emotional for me. What is the next big purchase you're currently saving for? I don't know if I have a big purchase that I'm saving for, but I definitely have a wish list of things that I want. I have been doing very good at making wish lists and not just buying things just because I have the money to buy it. So I'll make a wish list and I'll wait a couple weeks, couple months to see if I still want it. And 9 times out of 10, I don't. So I've been doing very well at making wish lists. So this is the Valentino Eye to Cheek Dual Blush and Shadow. I mainly use it for blush. I haven't really used it on my eyes just yet, but I like it. At what age did you actually think you become an adult, and when do you actually think you did? I always thought you became an adult at like 30. Like once you hit 30, playtime is over, boom, you're an adult. But I would say when I moved out and started paying my own bills, that's when I became an adult, which was 20 something. I'm using the Rare Beauty. This is the Rare Beauty highlighter. This is what it looks like. This is such a good color. It's called Flaunt. And a little goes a long way when you're using this. Actually, I feel like I already put too much on there, but I feel like at 20 something, that's when I started paying my own bills. When I came back from Australia, for sure, that's when I became an adult, because I was like, oh, I saved all this money and I went out the country, and now that I'm back, like, it's getting real. Like, I got to figure something out. And that's when I became a full-on, like, adult. Actually, I was paying bills before I moved to Australia, because I had a whole apartment. I had a roommate, but I had a whole apartment, and we were just splitting bills down the middle. But yeah, that's when I became an adult. That's when life hit. When I came back from Australia, that's when life hit. Which at that time, I think I was maybe 24-ish. All right, so we are getting somewhere. And then my last, y'all know this is my favorite lip liner. This is the Sephora Collection Gel Lip Liner. This one is called Knock on Wood, and I like it because it's brown, but not too brown. It's like the perfect, like, nude brown, which I may or may not keep this on, because the dress I'm wearing, I may wear orange lipstick just to give me a pop. So let's see. Actually, what time is it? I think I am running late. So let's get out of here. This is a YSL mini lipstick. This was in the advent calendar I received last year. So it doesn't even have the color on it, but all right, so let me find my lipstick that I may switch to. This Gucci Beauty lipstick, it's like an orange, so I may switch to this, which will give me a nice little pop. I gotta get out of here. For my setting spray, I'm using the One Size. All right, so this is my final look. I have to get dressed. I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna show you my outfit, and then I'm headed out to this event. So this is my dress. I bought this dress last year from ASOS. ASOS doesn't really have great dresses like they used to anymore. I thought this one was good because I love the back. It's like an open back tie situation. My bag is from Hat Attack. It was gifted from Hat Attack. Yes. And so I decided to wear heels. These are Jeffrey Campbell's. I got them from Nordstrom a couple years ago. But yeah, this is the outfit today. It's really chic. I love the dress. And then for sunglasses, I decided to go with my Bulgari sunglasses. If you're ever looking for like designer sunglasses, but at like half the price, Nordstrom Rack has good designer sunglasses. I know sunglasses can get up there $400, $500, but if you're looking for some a little bit cheaper but still designer, you can go to Nordstrom Rack and they have them for like maybe $150-ish or so. But yeah, this is my outfit for today, and I hope y'all got to know a little bit about me today. I don't really share a lot about myself online, so when I do these, I'm like, oh my God, did I say something? Did I say something? So if you enjoyed that little chit chat, get ready with me. Let me know in the comments. I'll take you along with me to my event so you can see. And show y'all how gorgeous this dress is. I don't know if I feel like a bride or bridesmaid. I don't know, it's just so pretty. Like, look at how beautiful it is. It's so pretty. I was worried about my boobs falling out, but no, it's gorgeous. I don't know if I should buy this or not. I like it. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I was worried about it, but it fits good.
Well, I think because even with our chest, you know, because it's such a V.
Yeah.
If it was probably that, it probably would have been.
It's so good. So, I feel like it's giving bridal a little bit.
It's very pretty.
Very casual.
I feel like I'm about to walk down the aisle.
It's not giving bridal, but like what are you doing?
There is no occasion. There is no occasion.
Just like you just
Yeah.
looking all cute.
Yeah. There's no occasion.
That's it.
Oh, I don't know if I like this. Yeah, it is. It fits perfect. Medium, I would have been. Yeah. No.
I love the color from Natural Skin Tone. I think it's beautiful. I like the sleeves. Yeah,
I do love the sleeves. The sleeves is it for me.
sort of that see-through.
The only thing is I wish like this was as long as the dress, I think. Yeah, I wish it was as long as the dress. But then I guess because of the buttons. Well, I wouldn't even unbutton it.
Very Mary buttons.
Yeah, I like the Mary Bag. I like the Mary button.
Some people do have had the same, not complaint, but I guess that's
Yeah, that's the only thing. It makes it look a little bit like cheapish, but
I know some people have suggested going to
a seamstress.
getting the lining out, and that could be one thing.
Yeah.
I like it, but I see what you're saying. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like it takes away from the look.
Yeah, it does. If it was long and it would just flow nicely, the lining, it would be so nice. But this is beautiful. So I'm in my car and I'm just sitting in the parking lot. I left Abbey Glass, the first event, and the next event doesn't start until 6. And it's 4:40 and I'm so sleepy and I have a headache. I don't even know if I'm gonna make it to the other event because I am so tired. I kind of just want to go home. I attempted to go to the gym this morning. Actually, I did go to the gym this morning and I did a strength training workout and then I was on the treadmill for like 15 minutes. Usually when I'm on the treadmill, I go for like 30, 45 minutes and after 15 minutes, my body just could not take it anymore. So that's when I came home and I started getting dressed and now I'm so tired and I have the worst headache. It's hot outside. It's just like I just don't have a good vibe and I think I want to go home. I think I'm about to go home because I'm so tired and I can't make it and I want to go to the other event so bad. It's just like an hour and a half before it starts and I just don't have the energy to wait that long.